tell us the story about, I know the story, but tell the audience the story about when you worked at the closet company.
I worked for a closet company called ABC Closets, Always Better Closets, and I installed closets with born-again gangbangers, which is a thrill. And because they're guys who, you know, swore off stabbing for the foreseeable future, but you never know with that screwdriver in their hand whether they're in a stabbing mood again, you know what I mean? I feel like once you've stabbed a couple of school teachers, you know, it makes it easier to stab your next coworker. Yeah, you get a taste for it. I was told by my boss to install a closet alone in a house. I looked at the address, I looked at the street name, and I said to him, "This is my street. This is my street. I know exactly where this is." So he said, "Fine, get in the van. Here's a closet. Here's the invoice. Take off." Well, my brain is pretty feeble, and what I didn't know at the time is that I grew up on one street, and then I moved to a crappy apartment one street over. So when I said, "This is my street," somewhere in the drive to North Hollywood to what I thought was my street, I was off by one street. The house was on the street I grew up on, and that was one street over from the apartment I was living on, but I just looked at the address. You know me, I'm not a big reader.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't like other people's ideas in my head, even if they're street names. So I walked up to, you can walk into anybody's house if you have a tool belt on and you walk with enough purpose. And I just walked up, banged on the door. A Spanish maid opened the door. She was holding a young child. And I said, "Out of the way, sweetie. I got a closet to install." And she did a hi, you know, and backed up a little bit. And I marched right for the master bedroom. And then I got to the master bedroom, and I opened the closet doors, and I went, "Damn, we tell these guys to clean out their closets in advance. We always tell them, clean it out in advance, and if you don't, you're gonna get punished. So now you're getting punished." So I took all the gowns and robes and everything. I was throwing them onto the bed and the shoe boxes. I took everything, and I threw it on top of the bed. Then I demoed out the existing closet. Then I installed the closet. I was told to install. Now, all the houses in the valley are kind of cookie cutter and about the same, and it was only one street over. So the closet basically fit, or at least I made it fit. And then I went to the bathroom and installed bathrobe hooks. I remember that clearly. 3 chrome bathrobe hooks. And I would have left, but the boss said, "You have to get paid. So give him the invoice and get the check." So then when I was done, I went to the Spanish maid, still clinging to the child, and I said, "Dinero. I need to get paid." And she said, no. And I said, "No, look, right here, I need to get paid." And she said, no. And I was pointing at the invoice and pointing at the address. And at a certain point, she went and got a piece of mail, and she held it up to me, and she pointed at the address, and then pointed at the one that was on my... Can I say this? Jimmy, tell me if you're with me on this. The worst part of life is that moment of discovery. It's not before it. Before it, you're 1,000% right. "Listen, sweetie, you speaking English? I need dinero. You understand? This is America. We get paid here, okay? Let's go." Before it, I'm 1,000% right. Afterward, I'm just in full panic mode. That was my moment.
Yes.
And I gave and I looked up, and she looked at me, and she grabbed onto the child, and I panicked, and she panicked, and she started running for what I assume is a phone, and I started running for the van to get the cordless screw gun to put it on reverse. Back out every single screw. I just plunged into her wall. I backed everything out. I threw everything under my arms. I was running. She was dialing the phone and screaming into the phone. I threw everything in the van, like the Grinch going down to Whoville. Pulling little Connie Who's last piece of figgy pudding up the chimney or whatever he was doing. I ran back and I got the bathrobe hooks in the bathroom. I actually backed that out. I got everything. I didn't spackle over the holes or anything. I didn't even wipe my feet. I threw it all in the van and took off like a coward.
Those are exactly the kind of people Adam will be apprehending on his show. Catch a Contractor. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Did you know there are things other than pornography on the internet? Watch them on the Jimmy Kimmel Live YouTube channel, which, much like your own body, I encourage you to explore.